That's significant. We're going to... Where should we go next? I think we're going to talk about Gina Carano. This will be the first one that was teased in the thumbnail. Gina Carano confirms she spoke with Filoni and Favreau. This is feeding the rumor mill like crazy. I don't think we're going to address any of the actual rumors involving this. This is just the hard facts, but you can definitely imagine what the rumors are saying. Anyway, following earlier rumors, Gina Carano is talking more about where things stand with Star Wars after settling her lawsuit with Disney and Lucasfilm. And it sounds like the door is not closed. Appearing on the Ariel Helwani show, is that how that name is pronounced? Carano said that she already spoken with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau following the settlement. Comments come after recent rumors claimed Carano would be in line for a major Star Wars return as Cara Dune. I still think she's going to have a cameo at the very least in the Mando movie, but that's just me. Carano says she spoke with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Carano said Ariel Helwani is what we're going with for that pronunciation. Conversation happened after the lawsuit was settled. I've already had a conversation with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Really lovely after we settled the lawsuit. We got into a Zoom call. It was really nice. Dave Filoni is taking over as CEO of Star Wars. He didn't even miss a beat. Jon Favreau was really funny. He got in a Zoom call and was like, so where did we leave off? That's awesome. I love that so freaking much because there's no good reason why Cara Dune has not been part of this. Like, imagine the epic story that could have been told if we weren't overly concerned with, honestly, silly things that were said in social media in the real world, and like, oh, it's so dumb. But like, Cara could have grounded season 3. Like, I'm okay with the way season 2 played out without her, to a degree. Like, it was, they made it work. But if you had brought her back for season 3 and then used that to be a primary story driver, like, that could have been a sub story to the main story of the Mythosaur and like all of the Darksaber stuff. Like, having Cara be what also grounds this, instead of trying to do these weird one-off episodes like the one with Jack Black, and I can't even remember who it was that played his wife, but like, just that ridiculousness and some of those really super random, like, the nonsense. If we had a solid B plot throughout the entire season of the third season, that would have just been so much more commanding, and it wouldn't be in the garbage state that it's in. Like, season 3 just left such a bad taste in everybody's mouth, mine included, that like, I just don't understand the desire to get rid of Cara Dune. It just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, she laughed while recalling the exchange and added, we hadn't spoke for a while. He was like, where did we leave off? And I was like, yeah. Carano also said Filoni and Favreau have, quote, been in that world a long time, unquote, referring to their work building out the Mandalorian side of the Star Wars universe. Like, this season 3 just pisses me off. I'm sorry. We're going to keep going. Carano also talked about choosing to move forward after everything that happened. Quote, you either think you have a decision in life, she said. You can go left and you can go and just completely give up on yourself and wallow in pain and regret and all of that. Or you can go right and you can get your expletive deleted together and you can say, no, I'm going to do everything I can. She said, I've chosen to go that direction and I feel more alive than I've ever felt. That's awesome. Bootstraps and all, baby. It's a big change from where things stood after Disney and Lucasfilm cut ties with Carano in 2021. Her character, Cara Dune, had been positioned as a major part of The Mandalorian, with Rangers of the New Republic also would have been a dope-ass show, widely believed to have been built around her before the project was shelved. It wasn't canceled explicitly, ? Like, we could still get it. That would be really awesome. Carano's comments also follow the recent rumor that she would return to Star Wars in a big way. This is what I'm saying right here. I think this is feeding into the idea that she's going to appear to some degree. I think it's probably just going to be a cameo, but she's still going to be in the Mando movie. Comes out next month, end of next month. I really think there's something to that. I don't think she's got a significant role because there was still too much going on when they began filming and throughout most of filming. But the lawsuit was settled before they sent this thing out to be in theaters, and now they're sending it out to be in theaters. So I really think they did something. Maybe it's a post-credit stinger, I don't know, but some sort of cameo. She's going to be there, and you can take that one. You can't really take that one to the bank because I don't really have insiders, but I'm pretty confident. Anyway. Previously reported, a rumor says that Carano's Disney settlement included a deal for her to star in a revived Rangers of the New Republic series. That would be cool. I don't know if I buy that. I think that would be really awesome, but I don't know. I think she has to completely renegotiate. And I don't think that's necessarily happened. Like, she might have negotiated a very small deal for the cameo in said Mandalorian movie, but I don't think that's the situation. Rumor claimed the show would feature Timothy Olyphant returning as Cobb Vanth and Jon Favreau having full creative control. Yes, I do remember that. Also being claimed, Favreau left Mandalorian and Grogu movie to focus on a secret Star Wars project which could potentially be the Carano series.